Have you ever wondered if a house could be so terrifying that an entire family would flee in the middle of the night, leaving behind almost everything they owned? It sounds like the plot of a Hollywood horror movie, but this story is connected to a real house in Amityville, New York. For decades, people have argued over one question. Was the evil inside that house real, or was it all an elaborate hoax? Before you decide, stay with me until the end of this series, because the final truth might surprise you more than any ghost story ever could. The house sits quietly at 112 Ocean Avenue, looking almost like the perfect American dream home. A beautiful waterfront property, peaceful neighborhood, white walls and large windows. From the outside, nothing seems unusual, but behind those walls lies one of America's most famous and controversial horror stories. Thousands of people have traveled just to see it. Paranormal investigators have spent years studying it, and its story inspired books, documentaries, and blockbuster horror films. Yet the biggest mystery remains unanswered. Everything began on the night of November 13th, 1974. Emergency calls brought police to the house after a shocking confession. A 23-year-old man named Ronald DeFeo Jr. admitted that his entire family had been murdered inside the home. When officers entered the bedrooms, they found 6 members of the DeFeo family dead in their beds. His parents, 2 brothers, and 2 sisters had all been shot during the night. But almost immediately, investigators noticed details that didn't make sense. None of the neighbors reported hearing multiple gunshots, even though a high-powered rifle fired. And why would this ordinary-looking house soon become the center of even stranger claims? Just over a year after the murders, a new family moved into the house, believing they had found the bargain of a lifetime. They had no idea that the real nightmare was only beginning, and what they would claim to experience over the next 28 days would make the Amityville house one of the most infamous haunted homes in history. In the next part, we'll uncover what happened after the Lutz family moved in, and why they abandoned the house in the middle of the night, leaving almost everything behind. Just 13 months after the DeFeo murders, George and Kathy Lutz purchased the house at a surprisingly low price. They knew a terrible crime had happened there, but they believed the tragedy was in the past. Along with their 3 children, they moved into what they hoped would be the home of their dreams. Friends congratulated them on finding such an incredible deal. None of them imagined that the next 28 days would become one of the most debated paranormal stories in American history. From the very beginning, the family claimed something felt wrong. George Lutz later said he would wake up at exactly 3:15 a.m. every night. The same time, investigators believed the DeFeo murders had taken place. No matter how exhausted he was, he said he couldn't sleep past that hour. He would walk through the silent house feeling an overwhelming sense that someone or something was watching him from the darkness. Then the experiences became harder to explain. The family claimed they heard heavy footsteps moving through empty rooms. Doors reportedly slammed shut on their own. Strange knocking sounds echoed through the walls, even when no one else was inside. Some rooms suddenly became freezing cold for no apparent reason, while others felt unnaturally hot. Kathy claimed she discovered mysterious black stains and a thick green slime oozing from walls and keyholes, something they insisted had never been there before. The children also reported frightening experiences. One of Kathy's daughters said she had begun talking to an imaginary friend she called Jody. According to her, Jody wasn't an ordinary imaginary friend. It appeared as a giant pig with glowing red eyes. The child insisted the creature would stand outside her bedroom window at night, silently watching the house. George and Kathy later claimed they, too, saw glowing red eyes staring at them through the darkness. Whether it was imagination, fear, or something else, those stories quickly became the most chilling part of the Amityville legend. As the days passed, George said his personality began to change. He became withdrawn, angry, and obsessed with keeping the fireplace burning, even though the house often felt strangely cold. Kathy claimed she experienced terrifying nightmares, while the children reportedly woke up screaming in the middle of the night. The family said they felt an invisible presence growing stronger with each passing day, as if the house itself wanted them to leave. Over the years, investigators, psychologists, journalists, and paranormal experts have all offered different explanations. Some believe the Lutz family experienced genuine supernatural activity. Others argue that stress, fear, and the trauma of living in a house where 6 people had been murdered could have influenced how they interpreted unusual events. Skeptics also point to inconsistencies in the family's story and the lack of physical evidence to support many of the claims. Despite the debate, one fact is impossible to ignore. The Amityville story changed horror history forever. Jay Anson's best-selling book, The Amityville Horror, and the movies that followed introduced millions of people to the legend. Whether people believed the haunting or not, the story became deeply rooted in American pop culture. Even decades later, it continues to inspire documentaries, podcasts, TV specials, and countless discussions about what really happened inside that house. Today, the home still stands in Amityville, New York, looking much like any other quiet suburban house. Families have lived there without reporting the terrifying experiences described by the Lutz family. Yet for many people, simply knowing the history of the property is enough to make it one of the most unsettling houses in America. Sometimes, it's not ghosts that frighten us the most. It's the knowledge that real violence once took place in an ordinary home. So here's the question I'll leave you with. Do you believe the Amityville Horror House was truly haunted? Or do you think one tragic crime evolved into the world's most famous ghost story? Let me know your opinion in the comments. If you enjoyed exploring real mysteries and haunted places across America, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Our next journey will take us to another location where the line between history and horror becomes almost impossible to see, because sometimes the scariest stories aren't the ones we imagine, they're the ones that might have actually happened.